Well, good evening, all. I'm Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for 4:05 p.m. Central Time, a very unusual time for me to be putting this out on Thursday, and this is the 19th of October, 2023. Unfortunately, I have to be gone after 5 o'clock, and I won't be able to get back to do this, so I'll leave it at that. So I wanted to get this out. Let me warn you about some danger that's in front of us. I'm not going to go in this video. I'm going to do it in my financial video and talk about a revelation that I think I've had, and I understand what's going on in some areas. We'll talk about that in a minute. What you want to be worried about now for the metals, and it would probably be a more bullish factor than bearish, and that's why you took off late in the day, is Israel's army was given the get ready order today. That was all over the news. Number two, you have President Biden giving a address to the American public at 7 p.m. Central Time, where he's going to be standing side by side with Ukraine and Israel, asking for more money for them to have their war effort. So you're going to wake up in the morning. Number one, the hate against America will increase because of our standing with Israel and now funding, asking for funds and giving them funds to fund their war. I'm not too worried about the Ukraine situation, Russia and the U.S. That's a pretty level-headed standoff for whatever that might mean, but it's not the Middle East thing that is blowing up all over the Middle East. Now, Middle East blowing up all over the Middle East means embassies are being attacked. If you have an American interest, you got to be very careful. And the moment that the boots on the ground go inside of Gaza, it's going to pick up, and you're going to see demonstrations throughout all of Europe, through the United States. There'll be an element there, stop this, do that. There'll be other elements, go ahead, put an end to it. You know that I'm right on that. That's what's going to happen as soon as that happens. So the markets are adjusting to that. Your stock market's down pretty hard today. We're also seeing in the stock market, earnings are starting to crack in some of the companies. It was very important that all of a sudden Tesla, who all they do is produce more and more, and Musk gave the interview, no, interest rates are taking their toll, and now they've got to cut back. They're not going to even build that other factory in Mexico that they were talking about. The demand isn't there at this point in time that can come back on the table. But when the big boy, the only person really making money in electric vehicles, is pulling back, what do you think it does for all the other startups? Because in America, they're all startups. GM, Stellantis, Ford, Rivian, Lucid, they're all startups, any way you want to look at it, all right? So understand that, and understand that that group, not Tesla, loses money on everything they produce. Now, higher interest rates, Americans backing away from buying those cars and abroad, because as U.S. interest rates are high, so are rates higher in other parts of the world. Watch out. And the geopolitics. I'll get into the geopolitics in the next video. So in the gold market, which tried to be lowered today, it couldn't do it at the end of the day. As soon as the order came out and hit TV, that's what moved the market. When one of the majors came out, and I was watching, I think on Bloomberg, and they said, get ready. That was it. All right. Now the market is telling you the troops are getting ready. I knew they wouldn't sit there forever, but I don't know what get ready means. But it doesn't mean get ready to leave the border. So the market's sitting here. It's been a vertical move on the weekly charts. You can see that. You could wake up in the morning and have another gap in this chart. It's possible. We don't know what to expect. I mean, you might. I don't. Probably not going to be a gap. You want to know why? I'm thinking this through. The markets are going to open at 5 o'clock. The president doesn't talk till 7. The time difference, I'm sure the president, it could be Israel times the president asking for the money with their, whatever the get ready order means. I don't know. But you have higher lows, higher highs. This is a market that is on geopolitics. This has nothing to do with anything other than the geopolitics. If you were to ask me in a normal time, interest rates 5% in America, the dollar's strong like this, and you want to own gold? No. One thing is moving the gold. It's called the Middle East. Now you're at the 200-day average. So you finally made it up to that. Normally, I'd be just telling my clients, hey, this is where you come out. I don't know what to say in this type of environment where you wake up in the morning and anything can happen. But that's why people want to own gold in this type of environment. This is the move. They either make it or they don't make it, all right? When that night comes, when the morning comes, when they go in, here's what I do believe. Get ready. That once Israel actually goes in, you're going to crest in all of this. Why? You won't keep discounting it over and over. The event will have occurred. And it's like buy the rumor, sell the news. That doesn't mean you sell it the moment they're on the ground, but you're at that point. You won't keep discounting. That'll just be there like the Ukraine war. It'll be there for as long as it's going to last. You got it? That's what history shows. That's what I've been through in 54 years of trading. Go back, do your own work, ask other people. I think you'll find that's the case. So am I trying to tell clients, oh, you jump in here, it's going? Absolutely not. I'll let you do that. Are you overbought? Absolutely. Are you outside of the Bollinger Band? Absolutely. Are you right at the last bastion of the resistance? Absolutely. Then you get the gold-silver ratio. Well, as much as silver in a normal time was trying to make a reversal 48 hours ago on gold, it's too much when this is all happening at us. Imagine, there's the speech tonight in the Oval Office. The president rarely does these. It's coming to the whole American public at that hour because everybody is going to be listening. Everybody's going to be looking, not just in America, around the world. And the hatred for America standing with Israel in the Middle East is going to be explosive. Demonstrations here in America, all over. If you thought the college kids were going crazy then, that's one thing. The people that are Palestinians marching in other big cities and so on, you know you're going to get it. In Congress, you will get it from some of the Congress people, the senators, Congress people, House people that the Magic Eight and that group that basically hates Israel and they do everything against them. Well, that will continue. It'll just be more vocal. Big time resistance, 200-day, upper Bollinger Band in here. This is not a time to go short. Yes, at some point, I certainly getting out and taking profit at any point, that's up to the longs. That is something. But you got all your resistance points. Beyond that, I can't tell you what emotion will do because you're going to leave those chart points if you just blast off out of here. That's if you do. Copper market. Copper's got a problem. Freeport is saying they're going to cut supplies. They're noticing world demand is slipped enough where they're overproducing. This was not the case 6 months ago. We were all worried, would there be enough supply because we thought China would get better. I wonder if they're cutting at the wrong time. Because while China's got the problems in the housing sector, and they are monstrous there, the other parts of their economy have flattened out. I mean, all the statistics are showing that. So it's an interesting time, not trending, but I'd be watching that. Platinum will come alive with the other metals. It's not a precious metal, but it'll just come alive with them because that's what they do. And in the dollar, the big question is, does the dollar take a hit because world pressure is going to be on it and blah, blah? Or does the dollar get a hit the other way and go up because everybody wants to own it in this time of big uncertainty with if the troops are going in and other things? I don't know when the troops are going to go in, but this is the first time I heard that they said to the troops, get ready. You don't do that as a commander. You're not telling them to get ready, then stand down. Get ready, stand down. They've been there a week and a half. They're telling them to get ready. It's a warning, all right? So I will cover in greater detail all my thoughts as we're going to get into the financial markets. One of the things I did do this morning, and I just want to bring it up to you, is I told traders left and right that this is the time that there's a study that you use in the markets, and my timing on it was perfect to say it this morning. Pivot points. If you watched the swings in the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, they were insane. I was looking at the pivot points going, it's just what I told people was going to happen. And you were up, down, you were moving 100 points in the Dow like it was nothing, up, down, sideways, 25, 30 points in the S&Ps. And via this particular study, It is meant for these kind of markets. So if you haven't learned how to work with pivot points, you probably have it on your charts. Go to our website at iraepstein.com. Go to free offers, look it up there. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm Ira. You have a good day, and I will talk to you all in the next video and, of course, in the morning. Take care.